I want you to place your hand gently on your throat right now. Right here, in the hollow of your neck. Does it feel tight? Do you feel a lump there, like something is stuck? This physical sensation is often the home of the most common lie women over 40 tell every single day. It is a lie contained in just 2 short words. I am fine. Think about how many times you have said that phrase this week. Your husband asks how your day was. You say, I am fine, even though you feel like screaming. Your friend asks how you are holding up with your aging parents. You say, I am fine, even though you are drowning in grief. It has become a reflex. It is a shield that snaps into place before the arrow of truth can even land. But here is the dangerous reality. I am fine is usually code for I am exhausted, I am lonely, and I have forgotten how to ask for what I need. For women in midlife, this phrase is not just a polite social convention. It is a wall. And while that wall keeps you safe from being a burden, it also keeps you safe from being loved. Because no one can love you if they do not know who you really are. Today, we are going to stop lying. We are going to take those 2 words and put them under the microscope of Carl Jung's psychology. We are going to understand why the good girl persona you adopted in childhood is now suffocating the adult woman you have become. We will look at the fear that locks your throat, the fear that says, if I speak my truth, I will be too much for them. And most importantly, I am going to give you a new vocabulary. We are going to learn scripts, real words you can use to replace I am fine. Words that build bridges instead of walls. You do not have to be fine to be worthy. Let us begin the work of translation.
To understand the weight of these 2 words, we first have to witness them in action. We have to see how they operate, not just as words, but as a reflex that bypasses the brain entirely. Let me share a story with you. It is a story about a woman named Julia. Julia is 52 years old. She is the kind of woman who holds the world together. One evening last winter, Julia was in her kitchen making dinner. It had been a long day at work. Her back was aching. Her mind was racing with a dozen unfinished tasks. She turned quickly to grab a pot from the stove, and she didn't see the puddle of water on the tile floor. She slipped hard. Her knee hit the ceramic tile with a sickening thud. The pain was instant and blinding. It shot up her leg and took her breath away. She crumpled to the floor, clutching her knee, gasping for air. In the living room, her husband heard the crash. He came running in. He saw her on the floor. His face was full of panic and concern. He knelt down beside her and reached out his hands. He asked, "Oh my God, are you okay? Let me help you up." And in that moment, something automatic took over Julia. Even though her knee was throbbing, even though tears of pain were already stinging her eyes, she recoiled from his touch. She scrambled to stand up, putting weight on the injured leg, wincing but forcing a smile. And she said it, almost shouting it, "I am fine. Don't worry. I am fine. Just clumsy." She brushed him off. She limped to the sink and started washing vegetables again. Her husband stood there for a moment, confused. And then he went back to the living room. 5 minutes later, Julia turned off the stove. She walked into the bathroom and locked the door. She sat on the edge of the tub. She pulled up her pant leg to see her knee already turning purple, and she buried her face in a towel so no one would hear her sobbing. She wasn't crying just because of the knee. She was crying because she wanted to be held. She wanted to be helped up, but the terrified little girl inside her would not let it happen. Why did Julia lie? Why did she choose pain over comfort? Because in her mind, being injured meant being a burden. Being seen in pain meant losing her status as the competent one. Or perhaps she was afraid that if she started crying, she would never stop. Julia's story is a physical example of an emotional reality. Most of the time when you say, "I am fine," you haven't slipped on a wet floor, but your soul has slipped. Your spirit has hit the ground. And yet you scrambled to stand up before anyone notices the bruise. We need to decode this reflex. We need to build a new dictionary. Because when a woman over 40 says, "I am fine," she almost never means that her state of being is satisfactory. She is usually speaking in code. Let us translate the 5 most common meanings hidden behind this phrase. Translation number 1. I am dangerously exhausted. This isn't the kind of tired that a nap will fix. This is a depletion of the spirit. When you say, "I am fine" in this context, what you really mean is, I am running on fumes, and I am terrified that if I stop moving, I will collapse and never get up again. You say, "I am fine" because admitting your exhaustion feels like admitting defeat. Translation number 2. I am holding a grudge. This is the icy, "I am fine," the one you say through gritted teeth. Your partner asks, "Is something wrong?" And you say, "I am fine." But what you really mean is, I am angry that you even have to ask that. I am angry that you cannot read my mind. I am angry that I have to explain my needs to you like you are a child. You use "I am fine" as a weapon. It is a wall you put up to punish them with your silence. Translation number 3. I am lonely. This is the saddest translation. You are surrounded by family. You are busy, but you feel completely unseen. When someone asks how you are, you say, "I am fine," because you don't believe they actually want to know the truth. You think they're just being polite, so you give them the polite answer. What you really mean is, I am screaming inside a glass box, and no one can hear me. I am starving for someone to look me in the eye and see me. Translation number 4. I am terrified of being a burden. This is Julia's translation. This is the core wound of the good girl. You have been conditioned to believe that your value lies in how low maintenance you are. You think that having needs makes you difficult. You think that asking for help makes you weak. So when you say, "I am fine," what you really mean is, I have needs, but I don't feel entitled to them. I will handle this myself so I don't inconvenience you. It is an act of self-erasure. And finally, translation number 5. I have given up. This is the "I am fine" of resignation. You have tried to explain your feelings before. You have tried to ask for help, but nothing changed. Or maybe you were minimized. Maybe you were told you were too sensitive, so you stopped trying. You say, I am fine because it's easier than having the same fight for the 100th time. What you really mean is, I don't have the energy to explain myself to you anymore. I am retreating into myself because it is the only safe place left. Take a moment to let those translations sink in. Do you recognize yourself in any of them? Maybe all of them. It is heavy, isn't it? It is heavy to carry around a secret language that keeps everyone at arm's length. When you constantly translate your pain into I am fine, you are creating a distortion field around you. You are sending out a false signal. You are telling the world, back off, I don't need anything. And the world listens. People step back. They stop offering help. They stop asking deep questions. Not because they don't care, but because you have convinced them with your performance that you are self-sufficient. You are succeeding in your deception, but the price of your success is your isolation. And there is a physical price too. Remember the lump in your throat we talked about in the beginning? That is not just a metaphor. That is energy. That is the physical manifestation of a truth that is being choked back. When you swallow your words, you swallow your stress. And that stress has to go somewhere. It goes into your digestion. It goes into your shoulders. It goes into your sleep. Your body knows you are lying, and it is keeping the score. But why is this habit so hard to break? Why does the truth feel so dangerous? To understand this, we have to look back. We have to look at the little girl you once were and the script she was handed. We need to examine the persona of the good girl, the low-maintenance woman, and we need to understand why she believes that her silence is the only thing keeping her safe.
To understand why you cling to this lie, we have to travel back in time. We have to go back to the moment when you learned that having needs was dangerous. In Jungian psychology, we talk about the persona. The persona is the mask we wear to survive in the world. It is the role we play to secure love, safety, and belonging. For many women of your generation, the persona you were handed as a little girl was the persona of the good girl, or, as I like to call it, the persona of convenience. Think back to your childhood. When were you praised the most? Was it when you were loud and demanding, or was it when you were quiet, helpful, and easy? You learned very early on that the adults around you were stressed. Maybe they were tired. Maybe they were emotionally fragile. And your intuitive little soul picked up a signal. The signal said, do not add to the burden. Be the one thing in their lives that does not require work. So you became the low-maintenance child. You learned to bandage your own scrapes. You learned to swallow your tears because crying made mommy upset. You learned that the best way to be loved was to need nothing. You practiced the art of being fine until it became your second nature. And now, 40 years later, that little girl is still running the show. She is still trying to be low maintenance. She is still trying to be convenient. Because deep down, she believes that if she becomes difficult, if she becomes heavy, people will stop loving her. This is the tragedy of the convenient woman. You have convinced yourself that your value lies in your lack of needs. You think you are a prize because you are easy to handle. But being easy to handle is not the same thing as being intimate. When you say, "I am fine," you are essentially saying to the world, "I will not trouble you with my humanity. I will keep myself small so you can be comfortable." But Carl Jung warned us about the cost of maintaining a persona that is too small for our souls. He taught that whatever we repress, whatever we push down into the unconscious, doesn't just disappear. It goes into the shadow. The shadow is the basement of your psyche. It is where you throw everything that doesn't fit the good girl image. Your anger, your exhaustion, your deep, aching hunger to be taken care of. You throw it all down the stairs and lock the door. And then you stand in the living room smiling and say, "I am fine." But here is the law of the psyche. The shadow always finds a way out. When you repress your needs for decades, they do not die. They mutate. They turn into something else. Your silenced need for help turns into resentment. Have you ever found yourself snapping at your husband for chewing too loudly? Or feeling a sudden, irrational rage when someone leaves a sock on the floor? That is not about the sock. That is your shadow screaming. That is the part of you that is tired of being fine, trying to break through the wall. Your silenced pain also turns into physical symptoms. Jung believed that the body is the stage where the unconscious plays out its drama. If you will not speak your truth with your mouth, your body will speak it for you. The migraines, the autoimmune flare-ups, the chronic fatigue that no amount of sleep can cure, these are not just random ailments. These are your body's way of screaming, "I am not fine." Stop saying we are fine. Your body is trying to force you to stop because it is the only way it can get you to receive care. I want to try something with you right now, a dangerous little experiment. I want you to test the weight of the truth. Wherever you are, I want you to take a deep breath. Close your eyes if it feels safe, and I want you to say 3 words out loud. Not, "I am fine." I want you to say, "I am not fine." Go ahead. Say it. I am not fine. How did that feel? Did your chest tighten? Did you feel a wave of panic? Did a voice in your head immediately try to correct you? It said, "Don't say that. You are ungrateful. Other people have it worse." That panic you feel is the good girl panicking. She thinks you just broke the rules. She thinks you put yourself in danger. But notice something else. Beneath the panic, is there a tiny bit of relief? Is there a part of you that feels, just for a second, a little lighter? That relief is the feeling of congruence. It is the feeling of your outside matching your inside. And that congruence is the beginning of mental health. You see, the people in your life, specifically the people who love you, can feel the dissonance. When you say, "I am fine," but your energy screams that you are drowning, it creates a sense of unease. It creates distance. Your husband knows you are not fine. Your children know you are not fine. But when you deny it, you are gaslighting them. You are telling them not to trust their own instincts. You are building a wall of glass between you and them.
You think you are protecting them from your burden, but you are actually withholding your reality. And you cannot have a real relationship with a fake person. If you insist on being the woman who has no needs, you will eventually be the woman who has no real friends. Because friendship is an exchange of vulnerability. If you only give and never receive, you are not a friend. You are a benefactor. And that is a lonely position to hold. So, why do we keep doing it? Why is it so hard to break the habit? Because the alternative feels terrifying. We are terrified that if we speak our truth, if we say, "I am lonely," or "I am overwhelmed," that we will be too much. We are afraid that people will look at us with disgust, or worse, that they will look at us with indifference, that we will show them our wound and they will walk away. But I want to offer you a different perspective. What if your vulnerability is not a repellent? What if it is an invitation? What if saying, "I am not fine," is actually the greatest compliment you can give someone? When you tell someone the truth about your struggle, you are saying, "I trust you with my mess. I trust you enough to stop performing. I trust you to see me when I am not strong." That trust is the foundation of intimacy. It is the glue that holds relationships together. By always being fine, you are denying the people in your life the opportunity to be there for you. You are denying them the chance to be the hero, to be the comforter. You are hoarding all the strength for yourself and leaving none for them. It is time to share the load. But to do that, we need a new language. Because simply saying, "I am not fine," can feel too raw, too vague. You need words that are specific, words that give your partner, your friends, and your family a roadmap to your heart. You need scripts that feel safe to say, scripts that honor your dignity while acknowledging your humanity. We are moving now from the psychology of the lie to the practice of the truth. I am going to give you a new vocabulary, a way to color code your emotions so that you can communicate your needs without feeling like you're falling apart.
Now we arrive at the most practical part of our journey. We are going to replace the shield of "I am fine" with a new set of tools. I know that speaking your truth can feel overwhelming, especially if you haven't done it in 20 years. So we are not going to start with long emotional speeches. We are going to start with data. One of the reasons the good girl persona hates sharing feelings is because she thinks feelings are messy. She thinks they are irrational. So let us reframe your feelings, not as complaints, but as data points. Imagine you are a pilot flying a plane. If your fuel is low, you do not say, "I am fine," to the control tower. You say, "Fuel is at 10%. You report the data so that you can land safely. Your family is the control tower, and they need your data. I want to introduce you to the traffic light system. This is a simple way to communicate your capacity without having to explain your entire life story. It works like this. Green means I am good. I have energy. I am open to requests. Yellow means I am fading. I'm getting tired. Please proceed with caution. Red means I am empty. I am at capacity. Do not ask me for anything right now. Introduce this system to your family. The next time you walk in the door after work and everyone rushes at you with questions, instead of snapping or saying, "I am fine" through gritted teeth, simply say, "Guys, I am at red right now. I need 20 minutes to decompress. Then I'll be at yellow." Notice how that feels. It is not an attack. It is not a complaint. It is a status report. It sets a boundary without building a wall. Now let us go deeper. Let us look at specific scripts you can use to replace the 5 translations we talked about earlier. Replacement script number 1, for when you are dangerously exhausted. Instead of saying, "I am fine," try this. "My battery is critically low. I need to rest so I can be present with you later." Notice the shift here. You are framing your rest not as a rejection of them, but as an investment in the relationship. You are saying, "I want to be with you, but I need to recharge first." Replacement script number 2, for when you are holding a grudge. Instead of the icy silence, try this. "I am feeling frustrated right now, and I don't want to take it out on you. Can we talk about this when I'm calmer?" This is powerful because it owns the emotion. You are not blaming them. You are taking responsibility for your frustration and protecting the connection. Replacement script number 3, for when you are lonely. This is the hardest one because it requires the most vulnerability. Instead of hiding in your glass box, try this. "I'm feeling a little disconnected lately. I could really use a hug." Or, "I miss us. Can we spend some time together without phones?" When you say, "I miss us," you are bypassing the ego. You are speaking directly to the heart. It is very hard for someone to get defensive when you tell them you miss them. Replacement script number 4, for when you fear being a burden. Instead of limping to the sink on a broken knee, try this. "I'm struggling with this right now. Could you please help me?" Simple, clean, direct. Or if that feels too hard, try this. "I'm having a hard time doing this alone. I would appreciate your support." You are not demanding, you are inviting. And finally, replacement script number 5, for when you have given up. Instead of retreating into silence, try one last attempt at truth. Say this: "I'm feeling hopeless about this situation, and I don't know how to fix it, but I don't want to give up on us." That admission of hopelessness, paradoxically, can be the spark that reignites hope, because it's real. It breaks the deadlock of pretending. Now, I want to address the elephant in the room. What happens when you start using these scripts? What happens when you stop being the convenient woman? I will be honest with you. It might be bumpy at first. Your family is used to the old system. They are used to you absorbing everything. When you start saying, "I am at red," or "I am angry," they might be confused. They might even get defensive. They might say, "Why are you being so difficult all of a sudden?" Do not let this stop you. Stand your ground. Remember the good girl in your head who is panicking? Calm her down. Tell her, "We are safe. We are just changing the rules." You are retraining people on how to treat you. And retraining takes time.
You might have to repeat your new scripts 10 times before they really hear you. But here's the beautiful thing. Once they get used to it, they will start to trust you more. They will trust that when you say yes, you really mean yes, because they know you are capable of saying no. They will trust that when you say you are actually good, because they know you would tell them if you weren't. You are building a foundation of integrity, and on that foundation, real intimacy can be built. I want to give you one more tool, a bridge for those moments when you simply cannot find the words. Sometimes the exhaustion is so deep that even forming a sentence feels like too much work. In those moments, you can use a nonverbal signal. Maybe it's a hand on your heart. Maybe it's simply closing your eyes and taking a deep breath when someone asks you a question. Create a signal with your partner or your close friends. Tell them, if I do this, if I put my hand on my heart, it means I am not fine, but I can't talk about it yet. Please just hold space for me. This is advanced communication. It is the language of the soul. It acknowledges that sometimes pain is beyond words, but it is never beyond connection. As you practice this new vocabulary, you will notice a physical shift. The lump in your throat will start to dissolve because it is no longer holding back a dam of unspoken truth. Your shoulders will drop because they are no longer carrying the weight of the lie. You will feel lighter, not because your life has suddenly become easy, but because you are no longer carrying the extra burden of pretending it is easy. You are aligning your outer world with your inner world, and that alignment is the definition of peace. This is not about becoming a complainer. This is not about becoming a victim. This is about becoming a woman who respects herself enough to speak her reality. It is about honoring the vessel that carries your soul. If you do not speak for her, who will? You are the guardian of your own voice, and your voice matters. Your pain matters. Your exhaustion matters. Not because it needs to be fixed instantly, but because it needs to be witnessed. By speaking it, you bring it out of the shadow and into the light. And in the light, it can finally begin to heal. You are learning to be your own advocate. And in doing so, you are showing the world what a whole, authentic woman looks like. She is not always fine, but she is always real. And that makes her powerful beyond measure.
Changing the way you speak, change the way you live. I know that sounds dramatic, but language is the architecture of our reality. When you stop saying, "I am fine," and start speaking the truth of your experience, you are tearing down a prison wall brick by brick. You might feel exposed right now. You might feel like you are walking out into the world without your skin. That is a normal part of the process. The persona of the good girl, the convenient woman, has been your bodyguard for 40 or 50 years. Retiring her is scary. But think about what you are gaining. You are gaining the chance to be loved for who you actually are, not for who you pretend to be. You are gaining the chance to rest, really rest, because you no longer have to use all your energy to maintain the illusion
of perfection. And there is something else you are doing, something even bigger than yourself. You are modeling authenticity for the next generation. Think about your daughters. Think about your nieces. Think about the younger women in your workplace. Do you want them to inherit the phrase, "I am fine"? Do you want them to carry the same silent burdens that you carried? Or do you want to show them a different way? When you speak your truth, when you say, "I am overwhelmed," or "I need help," you give every woman around you permission to do the same. You become a lighthouse, signaling that it is safe to be human here. That is your legacy. It is not in the casseroles you cooked or the deadlines you met. It is in the truth you spoke. I want to invite you to take a brave step today, a micro action to seal this new commitment to yourself. Please scroll down to the comments section. I don't want you to write a long explanation. I just want you to write one single word, a word that describes how you actually feel right now. Maybe the word is tired. Maybe it is hopeful. Maybe it is heavy. Maybe it is relieved. Just one word. Drop it into the comments like a stone into a well. When you do that, you are breaking the spell of "I am fine." You are being seen. And then look at the other comments. Scroll through the hundreds of other words. You will see that you are not alone. You will see a tapestry of real human emotion. We are building a community here, a sanctuary where truth is welcome, where we don't have to perform. However, I know that even with these new scripts, there is a lingering fear. A fear that sits deep in the belly of every woman who has spent her life being good. It is the fear of displeasing others. You might be thinking, okay, I can say I am not fine, but what if people get mad? What if I let them down? What if stopping my performance makes me selfish? This brings us to the root of the exhaustion. It is not just about hiding pain. It is about the full-time job of managing everyone else's emotions. It is about the addiction to pleasing. If you want to understand why you feel responsible for everyone else's happiness, and why this need to please is draining your soul dry, please watch my next video. People-pleasing is a full-time job. Why it is draining women over 40. In that video, we are going to go beyond the communication scripts. We are going to look at the psychology of the people-pleaser. We will explore why we trade our authenticity for approval. And I will show you how to resign from the job of making everyone happy so you can finally start making yourself happy. It is the necessary next step on your journey to freedom. You will find the tools to handle the guilt that comes when you stop saying yes to everyone. If this video resonated with you today, if you felt a knot loosen in your throat, please subscribe to this channel. Think of this channel as a weekly appointment with your own soul. A time to stop doing and start being. By subscribing, you are telling yourself that your inner life matters. You are prioritizing your own healing. Click the like button.
not just for the algorithm, but as a way of saying, I am listening to my own truth. And share this video with a friend. Maybe the friend who always seems to have it all together, the one who always smiles. Send it to her and say, you don't have to be fine with me. You might be opening a door for her that she's been banging on for years. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for trusting me with your truth. Remember, you are not a problem to be solved. You are a woman to be known. Your feelings are not a burden. They are the path to connection. Speak your truth. Put down the mask. And I will see you in the next video.